Hi guys, Coach Kim here, and I am going to talk a little bit about sleep, the importance of sleep, and possibly how to get a little better sleep. I've been doing a lot of research on this because I would love to get a better quality of sleep when I do go to bed. And I thought if I have that issue, I'm sure some of you do as well. So this is the research that I have found, and I'm actually going to start implementing it tonight. So if you'd like to join me and give me some feedback on how it's helping you, I would absolutely love that. So here are the steps that were kind of laid out. So first of all, sleep, we don't talk about it a whole lot, but it's actually the foundation of which everything else is based upon. It's actually more important than, you know, improving on maybe an exercise or something when it comes to optimal fitness. Sleep is vitally important. So, what they recommend is coming up with a routine or a ritual that every single night to kind of get your mind on board to preparing you to fall asleep. So, the first step in that is deciding how much sleep do you need to be optimally functional the next day. So, I know for me that I really like somewhere between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. 6 is okay, but ideally, I would really like 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. And maybe if I had quality sleep, that might be a little less. Maybe it would be 6 if it was really, deep quality sleep. So you start with knowing that number. And then when do you normally get up? I set my alarm for 4 o'clock every day. And then you work that time clock backwards, right? So if I want 7 to 8 hours of sleep and I get up at 4, that means that when my head is on the pillow at 9 p.m., I should be asleep by 9 p.m. So how does that work, and what kind of steps do you have to do in order to make sure that that happens? Well, the recommendation is that you start this sleep routine about an hour before you want to be sleeping. And the first thing they say is to shut off all electronics. So no TV, no phones, no iPads, no computers, no electronics whatsoever. So if you're going to stay up and read, it would be book, it would be magazine, something like that. So no screen time. And then one of the things that was recommended was to maybe even go for a walk so you can kind of process your day and get some of those things out of your head so they're not the things that wake you up in the middle of the night. And you can also get your extra steps in if you're shooting for that 10,000 steps, which you all should be, because that's, for heart health. And then the other thing that was recommended is to take a hot shower to cool that core body temperature down before you go to bed. And then they recommend having your bedroom very conducive to sleep. So one of the first things they say is you shouldn't do anything else besides sleep or sex in that bed. So no eating in bed, no watching TV in bed, no working from bed, no reading in bed, all of those things. Have it just for sleep or sex. And then try to get your room as dark and as cool as possible to kind of bring on that hibernative kind of state. So pulling shades, pulling curtains, shutting the door, and making it just as dark as possible. Get some fans. I know I have a ceiling fan and another fan, but I'm actually thinking about even getting another fan just because I like it really, really cool in there. And I've been waking up really hot lately, so I'm hoping that that will actually help. So dark, dark, dark to kind of promote that hibernative state. And then you're already winding down. So your brain, after, you've been doing this as a ritual, as a routine, day after day, your brain starts calming itself down. So by the time 9 o'clock hits, if you're doing it on a continuous basis, you're supposed to get a better quality, deeper sleep. And then you also have that routine as well. You're going to bed at a certain time, you'll be able to wake up and start your day. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to start this tonight. I will keep you posted. And if you would love to join me, I would love to have you and give me some feedback on if you are doing this and if it is helping you get a better night's sleep. Have a great day, guys.